How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Flicking Things. My name is Daniel, back with another video. And yeah, it's been a while, but finally I am back.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
So I've been gone for about a month, and yeah, so basically what happened is my wife got COVID, so she was, sick for a week, and then I got COVID right after that. So I was out for another week, and then after I got better, I went back to work for a week, and it was just really busy. And after that, I went on vacation, so I was gone for another week. So yeah, so it's been about like a month since I uploaded my last video, but I'm finally back and I'm ready to catch up on all the movies that I had not seen. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Thor, so I probably will wait till that goes on to streaming. Same thing with Nope. I didn't get to see that. However, Bullet Train just came out, so I'll probably go see that one. And just recently, Prey and The Gray Man just came out on streaming, so that's luckily for me, I was able to watch those two movies. So I'll be reviewing those movies back to back. So yeah, let's jump in straight into this review, and I'm gonna be reviewing Prey. So just to give you, I just want to give you my quick thoughts on the whole franchise. The Predator is one of my favorite movies of all time. I mean, it is an all-time classic, just timeless. But unfortunately, the movies that preceded it weren't as great. You had all kinds of iterations. You had Predator 2, which is okay. Predators was a decent movie. I would say that's probably up there, like, as the second best one. And then you had, The Predator, which just recently came out, I think back in 2018. That one was not really good. So I don't know if you guys saw my trailer reaction. I was really excited for this movie. I didn't even know there was a new Predator movie coming out, to be honest. I was like what? And so I saw the trailer. It got me really excited. I was like, wow, this actually looks really good. So it was honestly one of my most anticipated movies this summer. I will say this movie is the closest thing to Predator 1, because like I just mentioned, those other movies, they always added something different. They had a little, just like a lot of other stuff that was unnecessary. But this one, I would say, kind of goes back to its roots. You're out in the middle of nowhere, out in the jungle. It's one-on-one, who's gonna defeat who, and I will say that like it's the closest thing to the first one. However, in saying that, it is a little disappointing. Honestly, I was a little underwhelmed. I thought it was okay. I guess I kind of got like super excited, and I guess got hyped up because I know a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of YouTube reviewers, I was watching them, and they're all saying, well, not all of them, but a lot of people were saying that it's as good as the first one, and it's even better. And some people were even saying that it's even better than the first one. I will say this: it is definitely, without a doubt, not even close to the first one. The first one is by far the best one. It continues to be the best one in the whole franchise. No one hasn't touched that yet. But like I said, I will say this is the closest thing to the first one. And in saying all that, it's not a bad movie. Definitely not a bad movie. I wasn't bored the whole time at all. In fact, I was actually into the movie the whole time. So I'll tell you what I liked about the movie. The Predator himself was awesome. Every scene he was in he was badass. I thought they did a really good job, portraying this Predator. I mean, he was just awesome. The main character, the protagonist, I think her name was Naru. She was great. I thought she did a fantastic job. For the most part, she was alone in the movie, and I thought she did a great job. Just performing, and the shots were actually pretty impressive as well. I was really impressed, especially because this movie, you could tell, is a low budget movie, but despite all that, the cinematography was pretty on point. All the shots were great. There was actually a few shots that really was like, wow, like this is top notch. This is a really great looking film. But unfortunately, I feel like where the movie suffers the most is the runtime. The runtime is actually really short. It's only an hour and a half. This movie felt like it just flew by really quick. I feel like where they dropped the ball was, I feel like they could have added maybe like 30 minutes or at least 20 minutes or something like that, because like I feel the beginning of the movie, it's like rushed. Like you're like into the action like right away. They don't give time dedicated to like, the relationship between Naru and her brother. I thought there was a lot of potential there because, there's an interesting relationship dynamic because Naru, the girl, she wants to become a hunter. You know, she's tired of just staying at camp, not hunting. She's basically is with the other girls and just kind of like making medicine and cooking, I guess you would say. Where he's hunting, and I feel like they could have done a better job building a relationship, because like towards the end of the movie, you know, there's a I won't get into spoilers, but there's a payoff. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't land for me because I really didn't care for Naru and her brother's relationship because they really didn't flesh it out at all. It was just basically like, oh, she wants to become a hunter, and then she's like straight into the action, which is, you know, I just felt like, man, like I felt like I would have cared more about her character and her brother, but they didn't really do anything with that. It's just, you know, I feel like it's more of a plot device than anything, to move the plot forward. Another thing I didn't like, I felt like some of the acting was kind of bad and just like robotic. I feel like some like side characters were very, especially when these side characters are bullying Naru, they just come very like they're off as very, they just come off as very emotionless. Another thing I didn't like, the beginning, they really knock you on the head of like, I guess you would say like man bad, girl, you know, girl power. Everyone's talking down on Naru, you know, basically it was like borderline. I know I don't really like to say this, but it was borderline woke. Basically, where you know it's like man bad, girl good. You know, and it's just like every man just like hates Naru, and it's like, come on, like, you know, we get it. You know, girl power, we get it. Whatever. It's like you should allow your character to grow organically, so us as viewers can accept her as, you know, a hunter. But in the beginning, they were just basically, you know, beating you on the head over and over. Luckily, like, it's only at the beginning. The rest of the movie is okay. Like, the rest of the movie, they don't do that at all. So I'm glad that they didn't go that route. One thing I was worried is, like, oh, man, she's going to, like, just, like, be overpowered and, you know, not overcome anything, you know. They're not going to put her in a position where she needs help. They're just gonna make her like OP'd, you know, just overpowered and just kill everyone. And then it's like, when movies do that, they become one dimensional, and I just don't like that because it's very cheap. It's very lazy writing. Fortunately enough, they do put her in situations where she does fail and she does appear, you know, weak, you know, like a real character, like a real person. You don't feel like, okay, this person's like a superhero. Even though she doesn't have any powers, she just feels like overpowered, you know, OP'd. But they did a good job of putting her in certain positions where, you know, sometimes she needed help and sometimes she was able to overcome it. But they put her in situations where it looked like it was a real struggle, you know, for her to overcome, which I liked. Overall, it's a decent movie. Like I said, I was overwhelmed, but I think it's just because I was hyped and everyone was hyping it, saying it's like the best one ever, pretty much. And it is not. But if you're going into the movie to watch some fun action and just, you know, Predator kicking ass, then I think you will like this movie. It has enough action where it doesn't overstay its welcome. It has some fun action with the Predator. There was a cool scene with Naru where well, I don't want to get into spoilers, but there was a pretty cool fight scene, which I thought was choreographed really good. But like I said, I just feel like there should have been more character development, especially in the beginning. But it was rushed in the beginning, so I feel like the movie does suffer from that. But overall, I thought it was a decent movie. I thought it was a fun time. It was pretty cool to see, you know, the Predator or a Predator, because this. Oh, by the way, this is like a different type of species, Predator. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool seeing them in the jungle and just, you know, outsmarting each other. Also, there's a few callbacks to the original, which is pretty cool. At one point, the Predator does. This might be a little bit of spoiler, but he does use his I don't know what you call it, his wristband bomb, and I thought he was gonna start laughing like in the first one, but he didn't do that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give this movie 2.5 Predators out of 5. I do think it's worth checking out. It's on Hulu. It's so if you have Hulu, you know, you get to watch it for free. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please click like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.